Guys, and welcome to this video. I'm very glad to finally be able to present to you the Jedi Temple, a MOC I've been working on for I don't know how many months now, and it's taken me a lot of time, a lot of effort, and especially a lot of money, as you can tell, because I had to buy many bricks for this. And that's why I'm so happy that it's finally finished. I can finally show it all to you guys. And so, as always, if you enjoy this video, if you enjoy this MOC, drop a like, write a comment, subscribe. Don't forget to set on notifications, and yeah, that's it. So pretty much, let's get right into the video. I think I'll start with a little story, what's going on in the Jedi Temple. As you know, with every MOC I build, I do have some backstory going on. So this time it's Bane's Holocron Heist, really, from Clone Wars, I think Season 2, first episode, something like that. And this is pretty much what's said in Jedi Temple, so it's a pretty normal day in the Jedi Temple, besides Cad Bane entering it with the help of Cato Parasiti, I think it's her name. I don't know exactly anymore, because again, I don't have her minifigure, so she doesn't appear here anyway, but still, he needs her help to enter the Jedi Temple and, well, steal the Holocron, and that's what's happening here. To sum it up very briefly, let's just start at the front. Normally there would be a battle going on if this would be a base, but it's not, so it's just the entrance and General Krell talking to Anakin Skywalker. I'll come to why they're talking later in the video. So basically, the Jedi Temple is a symmetrical building, as you can tell, so all sides look the same, except this one, since it does have the entrance, which is pretty, honestly. I had to figure out a way to make it look good while maintaining the proportions, because even though this is a huge MOC and the biggest one I built yet, it still wasn't easy, since the entrance obviously in the real Jedi Temple is much bigger, so we got much more of those statues, I think 4 or 5 instead of 1, so I had to find a way to shrink it down, but at the same time make it look good, to make it simple, really. So we got those stairs here going up here, pretty neat, those little details at the top, and then, well, this gray minifig, I extra ordered all the parts for that, so I have a the statue here. Looks really cool, I think, and that's pretty much how this works. It's a little cut, but my doorbell rang. So basically, we got this statue here, and then behind that, there's this sliding door. As you can tell, I like it quite a bit. It's a bit hard to move, as you can tell, but it does work, and you got some more details inside here. Really try to make it as cool looking as it is in the original. Here I used some snot technique to make those thin grey lines. We got some vents, and then going around, we got those details here. Just basically trying to achieve the best look for it. Using some black cheese slope. And just, those regular slopes. Got some dark red accents here, and some dark tan slopes as well. I think that really does fit nicely, and I really try to make it not look too greyish. I mean, since the original Jedi Temple, I think, at least in the original movies, is somewhat of a tan type of tone anyway, but since I didn't really want to order and spend hundreds of bucks just on tan slopes, I decided on using grey, since also in the Clone Wars it looks a little more greyish too, so I think it does fit nicely to just then have those, colory parts of it, just to make it not look too grey, even though obviously Coruscant does fit in that pretty well. Then the rest of the part here obviously is very nicely tiled, as you can tell, and it goes around here all the way, so we have this little red stuff going on here too on this part. I honestly don't even know what this is. Like, I just try to resemble the Jedi Temple as well as I could. Since also one struggle for me was that there are not too many high-res photos available of it. You would expect it, but it's not really, since you just have the original movies and Clone Wars, and in Clone Wars they just have a few shots sometimes when, like, they're doing something in the Jedi Temple. You have like a quick outside shot, but it's never really high res enough to really see all the details. So for some stuff, I also had just to let my creativity run free a little. And so let's just go around here, make a little tour. As you can see, it's symmetrical. Who would have guessed it? And I think it looks beautiful. I really love it. The way it looks, the way it works, especially then when we take off the roof and I show you the inside, or basically the roof and this part, since it's a three-part build really, to make it the most stable. And I honestly have to say to you, I never really thought that I would be able to achieve it this well, and also in this really not fragile way. Like the roof is really solid, as well as the rest of it. Even though I didn't even use too many filler bricks, to be honest, since I just don't have that many bricks available. But it still is very solid and is very, very, very bulky, as you can tell. So that's pretty much it from the outside. We got those gray lines here, pretty basic. The Jedi Temple. Let's just get on the roof because there's a lot of stuff going on here. Again, I try to resemble everything the best I could in my abilities, really. From again the photos I had to zoom in a lot, crop in a lot, and to see what's going on in the fine details. Some stuff I had to make up since I wasn't really sure what it is. Let's start at the front. Here we got those stuff going on here. So we got those gray, dark gray elements here. I think again on the Jedi Temple it's more like a reddish tone since all is beige. But again I opted for dark gray. I really like that. We got those. I think they're meant to be something with like ventilation since these are on pillars, I believe, in the original Jedi Temple. I made it like it's hovering to make it even look more spacey, a little more Star Wars-ish. Really, I think that is a cool look. So I think they have something to do with ventilation, stuff like that. Look pretty neat. Extra ordered those parts here just for those. And when we go over here, we got some more of those cones, some more dark red and dark tan pieces here, and well, as you can see, we have got several levels here going up. On the sides, we got some dark gray elements. When I first built this, I opted for dark gray around here as well, but then I figured out it just stands out too much, and I think it gray with just this little dark gray line looks much better, and it just fits the whole picture better. And I even again, look for the little details like having dark gray slopes here to end those slope way well. So I think that's also a pretty nice detail. And then on the side here, got some vents and stuff like that. Again, we have slopes going up here, so I really try to make it look as good as it possibly can. And then we got those pillars really. I know in the original there are separate rooms and pretty much a building inside those, especially in the big one in the middle. Obviously I couldn't resemble that, but I tried my best to make it look cool at least. And we got those nice details here, some glass aspects to make it look like something might be in there, I think that looks really nice. You can turn it around if you want to. And then on the inside we got another element here with a little antennas, I think they're called. Really nice parts too, ordered them extra for this. And then we got the big one going up here, and we even have again some more glass just to make it look more, and even some like little piece of I think a little piece of light blue trans blue, I don't know. Anyway, so that's cool just to make it look like something might be in there, just to give it the look of it. And yeah, as I said, it's symmetrical, so it goes all around here. Looks pretty similar, but I just love the roof. Again, it's really stable. You have to give it that. I mean, I can press on it as hard as I can, and it won't break. That's really lovely. Since at first, as you can tell, that's why it sadly isn't perfectly flush here. This is attached to this. This whole part, all those bricks, they're all attached to the roof. They're not part of this nor of this, and so I at first thought, especially those here, because they are quite heavy, since they are completely like filled with bricks to make it more stable. I first thought that they might drag it down when trying to take it off or something, or break off even, but no, they really stay. This whole roof really stays in shape. I have to say, really well. I have nothing breaking, and I really love that. It's great. I never thought of that, seriously, because I didn't use any, special Lego fancy parts for that or anything. I just used the simple plates, and that really worked. Just a lot of layers of plates, and yeah, it's really heavy, but it does work. So I think that's so much it on the outside. I'll go around, take off the roof, take off this part, since there's nothing in this area anyway. It's just, yeah, well, here for the looks. And then I'm going to take off this, and then I'm going to show you the Jedi Council, the Holocron Room, the Jedi Archives, and more. So stay tuned, and I'm going to take this off in a second. Okay, so here I am again. As you can tell, this is the part, the middle part really. That's how it looks. I know it's not tiled. Please don't stone me for that. But again, it's just for stability really. And also just this part is not only just for stability. I mean, as you can tell, this is pretty much the only part that is holding the roof. So it's not really that much for that, but this is just also just to carry it. Since again, as you can tell, without this would all break off. I wouldn't be able to carry this with two hands really. And so this is basically just a way to carry it. So pretty neat, honestly. As you can tell, really massive. And then that's the roof. That's how it looks. So it's very nicely flush on the floor. And well, looks as nice as it does when it's on the Jedi Temple. So let's take a peek into the Jedi Temple, shall we? So as you can tell, it's pretty huge, honestly. Like again, it does shrink though, since again it does have this pyramid shape. So the higher it gets, the less space you got inside. Everything nicely tiled on the outside, or what I'm saying on the inside, dark gray and light gray, obviously. And this is the Jedi Council. It's set on those pillars. Then we got a big staircase going down. We got the Jedi Archives on 2 levels. We got Barra Sophie and being not greatly. So that's Barra Sophie. That's the commando control room, really, where they have their meetings when they are gonna attack a planet or anything like that, and they're gonna talk about it. We know it from Clone Wars. And then below that, that's the Holocron Room. I know it's not 100% accurate when it comes to that, but that's just how it is, really. So I obviously had to make the best out of the space I had, and so I tried to use the most for rooms. And then below that, we just have the entrance and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to show you in a second. So let's start with the Jedi Council. I really like. Let me just do that here. Okay. So we have Mace Windu, Master Obi-Wan. We have Ki-Adi-Mundi not sitting on his chair. That's a bad guy. Yeah, I know those chairs aren't like exactly made for sitting on. It's just for looks, really. It's just new design stuff nobody likes. So okay, so we got here Ki-Adi-Mundi, Plo Koon, and Anakin and Ahsoka. Anakin just went in after General Krell, talked to him. And well, it's this scene basically in the Clone Wars episode when they are, getting pretty much bad talk really, because Ahsoka did not comply with Obi-Wan's order. So that's pretty much it. And both of them, have to say to those masters why. There's Yoda, and well, that's the Jedi Council really. Got those nice pillars around here. Really try to resemble it in the best way I could. I did obviously go a little crazy with the colors maybe, and I also didn't really stick exactly to the script when it comes to that, so I used black instead of dark gray a lot, just because I already used so many dark gray and light gray accents, so I just wanted to use a little more different, well, black is not a color, but you know what I mean. Really, that's what I wanted to do here. Really like that, and these are not meant to be leaves, but more like those those stuff that is on the ground, really, those I don't know, detailed floor patterns. On this side we get some more details with a little dark tan accents, and here we have a window, pretty much this round window. You can look on the outside. So yeah, that's the Jedi Council. I really like the way I built it into here, because again, as you can tell, without using using the pillars to hold it, and putting that in the middle, really, I would not have had any space for it. So please forgive me that it's not 100% accurate, but I think I really like the way it's done. It looks a lot like a Lego set maybe would do, play set. It just is, functional, I have to say. Then we got the stair. You can take that off as well. As you can tell, I just put it down here. You obviously can also, well, really attach it, but there's no need for that today. And then we have, I think it's the Padawan. I'm not sure. Is it Nada or Vep, or is it this Padawan? I'm not sure. Anyway, he's reading a book. We got Barra Safit coming up here from the commando room. Who knows what she's doing there? We have some other details on the walls. Looks pretty nice, I think. Let me just adjust that so it looks nicer. That's how that looks. Again, those chairs, I really love them. Really tried to make them look as good as they can and resemble, you know, the original archive chair type the best. And so here we have Anakin Dafar. I know he's just a little Easter egg guest in the Jedi Temple. It's not meant to be him, but like a unknown Rhodian Jedi. And then at the bottom we got, well, who's that? That's Evan Peel. And maybe somebody can write in the comments who that is and who's fighting there. I hope some of you might know. Then on the sides we got some more details. I really went out of my way to really try to make it look as cool as possible. And I also try to stick as best as I could to the original, obviously. Really went through all the pictures on Google Images to really find some, at least, that do show what's going on with the walls. So we got those arcs here with a black back, so that basically just means there's something more behind that, you know. That's why I chose black, and I also think it looks kind of cool, really. So we got those arcs, and then we also have, those detailed, those pillars on the sides that end up in this bigger part here that really holds, you know, the top roof, obviously. And then we got those other detailed stuff on the walls, vents, and all this kind of stuff. Really, again, these hoses that are there are also in the Jedi Temple, as far as I know. Like, not in this type, obviously, but very similarly. So I use them here. And on the back side, we also have some more details. This, you know, crazy thing going up here. Just try to make it look as cool as possible, but also not too crowded. And I just had to, you know, fill the walls with life here, just because I have these huge walls. What should I do with them? You know, I have to put some details on, and I think it looks pretty cool. We got this wall here too, and then on this side we have some more details. This is like a little storage facility, pretty much, where you can set up crates and stuff. Because I thought, you know, in some place in the Jedi Temple, at least, they might also store stuff. And so this little corner is made for that. And so that's pretty much the inside of the Jedi Temple. Now I'm going to take off the Jedi Council, and then I'm going to show you, well, what's beneath that, as well as the Holocron Heist. So, well, stay tuned. Okay, so this is the inside. Let's just quickly run over it. Please forgive me the lighting, it's not perfect, but just since it's so huge, my lamp even is not up to the task entirely. So we got, I forgot her name. The one on Felucia. I seriously just forgot her name. I don't know. I wanted to say Alicia Keys, but that's not her. What's her? Sorry, I just forgot her name. I don't know. Then we got R2-D2 with, well, who is that? You know? Tell me in the comments. And we got General Krell. I don't know what he's up to, but he's just walking there. Probably, you know, took a dive into the Jedi Archives. Maybe, you know, sending some stuff to Count Dooku. I don't know. And we have, well, we got the archives. Let me just take off that staircase. And let me just show you that from this perspective. And I think in this lighting especially, it looks pretty darn cool. With all those fancy books. Those little gray hats on the front, as you can tell. Really, really like the look of the library. Looks just really nice. With the black, again, I think in the original there are light bluish gray, but again, I opted for black since everything else in this temple is already gray, so I thought this might be a nice differentiation. Then this is the Holocron Room. As you can tell, we got a sliding door in the front, two-colored, and we got a little table again for the book nerds here, or bookworms, I think it's called, we have some better protection from the outside. So this, as you can see, we've got quite thick walls here for the Holocron Room, obviously, so in case the Jedi Temple gets attacked, it is protected. And then on the inside, far from anybody noticing, we've got Cad Bane holding a gun and taking out Holocron. So that's really nothing good. Nothing good going on here. I'm sorry for my weird way of saying this word. We've got some more Holocrons in the stored here. As you can tell, I chose just the trans light blue here for this. It looks really nice though, I think. And then we got this little Holocron tower. So really try to resemble it the best way I could for this. And I think I did pretty well. And I think I really nailed it with this. I like it, honestly. I like it a lot. It's one of my favorite parts of this MOC. And that is Cad Bane holding a gun, trying to rob it. I know it's not 100% correct when it comes to the storyline of the Clone Wars episode, but forgive me again, I don't own Cater Parasiti. And I think I like it in this way as well. And so, I think that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. If you do, obviously, as always, drop a like, subscribe, write a comment, whatever. And I hope we'll see us in the next video. Might be an update video, another English one, after years, or just the next MOC review. So have a nice day and see you later.